bum, bum. Ooh, yeah. Mm, mm. Groove, groove, groove. Oh. Mm. Da-da. Down, down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, ah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing a test on it. Yeah, so the mic's working good. So it's like boom, sound, boom, boom. Mm. For real, for real, for real. Okay, so. Mm. Okay, so it seems like it's online, right? So that's a pretty good test. Yeah, got the noise canceling headphones, so that if World War III starts, then like I won't see I won't hear the mushroom cloud or the bomb. I won't hear the bombs. I won't hear the bombs of the. Yeah, I just saw Asmon Gold, his house and explaining his life and stuff, and yeah, my house gets a little messy because there's two dogs and two people, and then but you know what? Actually, it's a very clean house. Like my mother's very obsessed with cleanliness, and then I'm also a bit OCD on cleanliness. I really can't handle like some of the shit that some people can handle, like just shit everywhere. I can't handle that for very long. It's just not something I can handle. Yeah, it's not something that I can live. I can't live in like I can't just like accumulate a bunch of shit and just have like wrappers of shit everywhere, and it really bothers me. So, yeah. But you know what? If you live like that, I'm not judging you as long as the shit. I mean, I guess there's a biological standard of safety that I guess dead animals is a no. Dead people definitely a no. um, if you have a lady's head in your refrigerator, it's not my style. Insect infestations like roaches and stuff. Not my thing. So, ooh, that is a big contrast. I got shiny blue eyes, and then I have this red and black headset, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it was on sale for like $20. I noticed it was usually a lot more expensive, but they wanted to get rid of their inventory, and so yeah, I was having trouble installing with the drivers, and then finally I started to. I guess the microphone works. I have to see if the uh, well, I mean, it's going to be on for the gaming. I mean, it's going to be on. It's going to be so on. Like, yeah, it's going to be. But I have to make sure the speakers work too. So at the same time, it's the microphone, and that will be the. I mean, besides the hangover and like the kind of shenanigans at Denny's yesterday this morning, been pretty good. But gonna definitely go to bed, get a good night's sleep tonight instead of my 45th birthday shenanigans. So there'll be no shenanigans, or as it were. Mm, yeah, sounding good. I could use a shave though. That's for sure. I kind of look like petrified dog shit right now. So, mm, but I can fix that up. Um, mm, no, I was never really I was never insecure about my looks. I never usually was until maybe when my thyroid messed up and got fat. When I went overweight a little bit, I guess that's the first time that I was. But before that, I was never really uh, upset about my looks. It was always like, oh, that's a handsome guy. Most of the time, before I had the thyroid problems. So before I had, that kind of hormone dysregulation experience, which really sucked. But shit happens. So it probably has to do with diet and stuff like this. Probably how Hashimoto's or something like that starts is probably the diet and exercise isn't enough. It's not sufficient. The nutrients, and then something goes wrong. I mean, it's basically what it is. But if you can, get on a good like sleep, diet, exercise routine, and take the right, if you get your diet correct, then you can maybe avoid some of those problems and getting into that kind of sinking down into that quicksand like that. Um, so here we go. Well, I think that's a successful test because it sounds very clear and concise and very nice. Clear and concise and very nice. Gonna roll the dice at any price. I do my own thing, don't follow advice. You ever think about? I know guys watch pornography, sometimes, myself included. I'm not denying that I don't watch that stuff. But what what I had considered is like, what if they have one of those women and she's like sleeping with dude after dude after dude after dude after dude, and like how her body takes a physical toll over time. It's hard for those women to present that like squeaky clean image that they're clean, that is their first sexual encounter or something like that. And uh, yeah, I know a lot of them are like strung out on drugs and stuff. So it's sad, but that's the porn industry. That's sad. Ooh, 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 ooh. Looking like that, like kind of like Darth Vader. Well, like Princess Leia with the cinnamon rolls on the head and shit. But like I look like evil. That would be cool if they did have a Star Wars character like that that just had like buns on his head, like a head. It looked like headphones, and he was just like, "I'll destroy the light side of the Force. I will conquer the galaxy." Nah, no, that wouldn't be a cool Star Wars show. They already had that dude. They already had that in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, May 21st, 1980, 45 years ago. Yeah. In Cloud City, they had the dude with he has the electronics on his head. Now, when I was a kid, I never thought it was something boring like he needed hearing aids. Yeah. As the boomers get older, and as I get older, but I look at boomers and I look at the elders, and it's like, oh my God, the old age it's hard. Like when it starts happening, it's like a rapid decline, like a Biden decline. It's like a super fast, like a boom, like your hearing goes, and then your vision goes, and then you get cancer, and then it's time to go hit sleep in the coffin, dude. Yeah, it's very quick, sadly. Yeah. Well, do I wish the aging process was more long and drawn out? No, it's long enough already. I think it's fucking long. Life is long enough already. No, it would be nice if we lived to like 200, like or get in some biblical time spans like Moses 800. or something. That'd be pretty. That'd be some time to really figure out some shit, right? Instead of 80. Well, the life expectancy in the U.S. because of socioeconomic, sexual unhappiness, etc. So, and the birth rates are going, and the debt is just going. It seems like everything negative is increasing, and then everything positive is going. I know that's like that's not a healthy way to think, but it does seem that way though. It seems like everything negative is just expanding, and then everything positive is just like declining and retreating. So that's not good. Yeah. Well, that's the nature of entropy. That's the nature of chaos. Is that ordered systems break down into chaos. So don't mean to sound like Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park and chaos theory. It's entropic breakdown is basically what it is, that all ordered systems fall into disrepair and disordered states. So that's pretty much like the entire trajectory of the universe is. They call it like what, heat and light death. One day it'll just be a big black void of nothing. According to scientists, hopefully they're not. Hopefully that's not true. To physicists. All right, successful test. I'm going to test the. Now you look like that dude from X-Men. I will get Wolverine. Um, RoboCop. Oh yeah, got some leftover green beans here. Let's see how the green beans. See how they sound on here. I'm having trouble finishing my green beans. I'm trying to eat healthier, vegetables. Um, the doctor told me that beer wasn't a food group. So I was like, what? I thought that was nutrients. Yeah, I had this friend that would listen to rap all the time. You know, Carl and Carl. Well, it was like people in my life were named like after Walking Dead characters. My stepdad was named Rick, and then my best friend was like Carl. Carl. And then my second grade teacher was called Carol. No, I'm just joking around. But not except, well, there are Rick and Carl. There's no Shane, thank God. There's no one trying to like screw me over and uh, steal the punani or kill me or something. Steal your woman and steal your shit. And that's like a Shane. That's like a frenemy character. He's like the Judas. The Judas is he's the betrayer. Yeah, they have a betrayer like in almost every story. The person who betrays, which that's there's plenty of the characters that betray in the human species, but they're not revered though. The betrayers, the Judases. Yeah, that also makes for a dramatic story if you have an inside job. So you have like a group of people, and then you have like the person is actively trying to uh, jeopardize the group Yeah. So they have, in Matrix, the betrayer cipher. In the Bible, it's Judas Iscariot, Pontius Pilate. So, so Carl would he would go up to surfaces and he'd make these like beats with his hands. He'd go, I don't know if that was like a nervous habit, him trying to make beats, or if that was like he was actually, you know, planning a rap album. I don't know. So maybe it was a nervous habit and he wasn't planning a rap album. But who knows? I don't know what if he really wanted to be a rapper or something like that, or play the. At least he wanted to play the drums or something. So that's what I get. That's what I get. But, it's Carl. I thought it was more like funny though. When I was a teenager, I thought it was like funny that he was making beats and shit. Like kid that he would go into like somebody's house and just start making beats wherever he was. Like he was a rap drum machine or something. The human drum machine, the beat machine. And all right, so 17 minutes. I think we accomplished the mission. Yeah, we're going full Al Bundy, putting the hands in the pants. Hell yeah, it's like the full Al Bundy experience. Yeah, except I should be cynical that I've lived this long. I should be like really cynical, but I'm still kind of starry eyed. So I'm still kind of like misty eyed. Yeah, I'm still kind of romantic, even though a lot of our lives are anything but. So I'm still a dreamer, maybe a damaged one, maybe a heartbroken one, but still a dreamer nonetheless. And still have a lust for life, even if it fades over time or gets weak or encounters obstacles, etc., etc. Oh yeah, you look like a character from like Tron, though, like mostly. This whole being a skeleton kind of thing, this human form is kind of whatever. I guess the best thing about being human, the best thing is the ability to move and to think thoughts and to react with your environment. And so, yeah, animals can do that, like other life can do that, but like not in the same way as humans can. Like deductive logic, problem solving, uh, abstract conceptualization, etc., etc. So those are spatial reasoning skills. Um, Maybe some other animals have it, you know, but like humans have the corner of the market, pretty much on that stuff. Well, we have AI now coming out. Once you become a AI super intelligence or something like that, I've been hearing. Will it be better than humans? It won't be as flawed because it won't carry emotional damage or it won't make mistakes based off emotions. So it will just be pure, unadulterated logic. So, like, this is the best course of action to solve the problem with the data that we have. And this is, I suppose, how can we trust that system though? How can we trust it's giving us accurate information? Because it used to be humans would look to other humans to find consensus on problems, on topics, on it would be almost a communal, civilizational kind of group effort to solve problems. So now, if you have like, I guess humans are the training, and all the data on the internet is the training for these um, artificial intelligence models. But how can we trust it's not going to be, information isn't going to be politically modified or um, biased? Like for instance, Grok says there's no South African genocide of whites, and I don't know. There's a lot of crime, and so it's kind of lying to me that says like crime happens to. Yeah, I mean, if you, it's saying a generalization like crime happens to everyone of any skin color. Okay, but it's not being honest about what's going on in South Africa. The media is not being honest about what's actually happening over there. So that to me is a problem. That information is not accurate. That information is biased by the programmer, by the designer. So it's almost like these people have too much power that they can design the truth. They can design the story of man, and that should scare everybody. That they're the architects of the story of humans and civilization. And I don't think that any tech company should have that much power, but they do. I suppose they're regulated by the government, but there might be some oversight, but they're definitely not governed by the people. These globalist technical institutions, they have no interest in American rights or liberties or civil liberties or freedoms or any of that. Well, that was a good test. Yeah, it's a good test. Lollipop. Mm-mm. It's good shit. Lollipop. Do, 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 do. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Wheeler. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Ooh. Nice one. Now we'll test the speaker. I mean, I'm sorry, the headphone part. The microphone is worked brilliantly.